Most people know that the Egyptian pyramids are big impressive structures that were built a very long time ago in ancient Egypt, but not many people know all of the other crazy and interesting facts about them, from building the structures to whether we could recreate them today and more. There's far more to the pyramids than meets the eye. The pyramid workers. For a long time there was the assumption that the people who built the giant pyramids of Egypt were kept as slaves and were forced to undergo heavy labor to complete the work. Evidence in 2010 conducted by Egypt's leading archaeologist Zahi Hawass showed that the burial plots filled with skeletons and the builders suggest that the workers were not slaves. These tombs follow the same routine as what would happen when someone important died. Their body was laid to rest with prized goods, and the modest 9-foot-deep shafts that held a dozen skeletons of pyramid builders contained jars of beer and bread for the afterlife. The weight of the blocks. The pyramids of Egypt are overwhelming in their size and stature, and it's impossible to stand next to them without feeling slightly humbled. You'll experience that feeling even more so when you try to comprehend the hard work and determination that went into creating these incredible structures. We already know that the pyramids are amazing tall, but how much do they weigh? One of the most fundamental controversies surrounding the pyramids is how they were built given the weight of a single block. No one is truly sure whether special machinery was used or if pure brute strength was all it took to move the blocks into the correct formation. It's likely that we'll never know because the pyramids are very old. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, which is also known as Akat Khufu, consists of an estimated 2.3 million blocks of stone. Each stone block with the pyramid weighs nearly 5,000 pounds, which is 2.5 tons. That means that the total weight of this particular pyramid is 5,750,000 tons. The time it takes to build one. The Great Pyramid of Giza is 756 feet long on each side and 481 feet high, and we already know how much it weighs. Legend has it that this structure was erected in just 20 years. Meaning that a block had to have been moved into place about every 5 minutes. On the surface this seems impossible due to the heavy weight of each stone and the distance they had to travel from the quarries. It seems like nothing more than another myth. But it could actually be an accurate representation. Many people think the pyramid was built inside out via a spiraling internal ramp, which helped to cut down on the time it took. Regardless if it's true, 20 years is an incredible feat for such an amazing build. The moving of the blocks. How ancient Egyptians move the blocks is something that's puzzled scientists for hundreds of years, and people are still searching for an answer. Stacking the blocks into a pyramid's towering iconic shape is often marveled at as a feat of mystery. For the Great Pyramid of Giza, over 2,300,000 giant blocks of limestone and granite had to be transported to the site from quarries. Archaeological evidence suggests that the Egyptians of the time used wooden sleds to transport the blocks from A to B, but when you consider that they would have been pushing these blocks across, and you can understand why this might not be an accurate guess. Others think that a layer of water was poured onto the sand first to make the surface more conducive to pulling a heavy load over it without sand building up in front of the wheels. The pyramid today? Even with cranes, helicopters, tractors and trucks at our disposal, it would be tough to construct the Great Pyramid of Giza today. For starters, we don't have the impressive blueprint that they would have used to come up with the internal structure of the building. Sure, we could get the most impressive architectural minds in the world together, but the ancient methods of the Egyptians could potentially be so far away from modern methods that we would be going round in circles. But if we were to attempt to build another pyramid, how much would it cost today? If we followed a similar routine of building from the inside out with the ramp, we could reportedly replicate this world wonder for a cool $5 billion.